What's up guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the update for the test server this week. Remember, global lab test server updates usually take 1 to 2 weeks to appear on our live servers, assuming there are no delays and no changes. But there's a lot of changes in this one, guys. The big one, finally, we have a Corsair Awakening teaser image. What do you think this weapon could be? To me, it looks like a harpoon or spear of some sort. No trident, that's okay. They also gave us an image, though, of a gun and a cannon. They said her awakening would be something we've never seen before, so they're pretty much right about that. I am so all over the place. I don't know what's happening. Is it a cannoneer? Is it a pistolier awakening? Is it a harpoon? Is it magic involved where you change the weapon depending on the attacks? It's incredibly hype. I love this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think Corsair Awakening weapon will be based on these images. Now, starting August 4th, we're now able to make a copy of our main accounts on our regions over to the global lab test server. Basically, everything you've completed, adventure logs, quests, all the characters you've leveled will carry over to help you be in a more realistic testing environment. It's going to take a little bit more time to actually convert the character, but you keep your original account. It's just copy and pasting it into the global lab test server. It's a good idea. Hopefully more people are actually testing now, because right now at any given time outside of maybe these patch days, you see maybe 5 people in the global labs test server, and I know so many people want to try it out and test different things in there, so it should be a lot easier to do that right now. Skill add-ons have some changes now. They have different colors, and PvP add-ons are now called human damage increase, which would mean it can be used in PvE for human monster zones like Bloody Monastery. Really interesting change. However, the change does not in fact change anything, since the skill add-on always worked that way. It was always human damage. It just wasn't clear before that it would also affect PvE monsters. So that's a good change in that regard. Movement for some classes has been refined, so no longer will you have momentum as you stop a character. Big change for a lot of people playing these classes. Corsair received a ton of buffs to her skill links, evasion added effects, and PvE damage of some skills. Rift fragments, which are at the moment character bound, have been changed to family bound. Big change for me specifically, since I sometimes take the reward for season or BF daily through my life skiller, and I just have to wait 5 days to be able to combine those into an echo on my season character. Unfortunately, having to wait those 5 days is kind of a bummer. You don't have to do that anymore. Tongue Grad accessory box, for some reason they changed the icon. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't know why they did that. They've also added a new quest line to complete before you can purchase the mansion, so the mansion will still need apparently 50 CP. No word on the daily fee, so I don't know if that's still in, but 50 CP that's what they're going for. There is now an icon on the map that shows you where the mansion is. Pets and maids are not shown in the mansion. Before, when I tested, you could hide them with the toggle, but maybe they've done that as a default, who knows. The enhancement changes have gone through as well, so that is huge. By the time I'm making this video, I'm pretty sure all Blackstones should be sold out all over the place. It takes 84 Blackstones, guys, to get a 30 stack additional to your current fail stack. The way they figured the prices is they took the average amount required to make those stacks and increased the cost a slight amount as a convenience charge. Looks very good, specifically for those that have the Rule of P fail stack increase in your family, meaning those that have a 30k quest done with a 35 stack for 84 Blackstones, essentially, because you have the 5 default. Really amazing change. We should hopefully be seeing that within 2 weeks, next week in Korea, and for global regions in 2 weeks. The composition window has also received some bug fixes, which is good to see. One of the few low-key good ideas they've had in this game is the composition window and engine. Allows people to be creative without affecting players who never touch it. I'm glad they're still working on it. There's a new elite monster that has been added to Star's End that can attack you from range. Nice to see they're still working on Star's End as well, despite Elvia being so popular and leaving that zone a little bit behind these days. The final boss of Ataraxion will now be in a petrified state as it goes into phase 3. That means you're gonna have to wait to burn down that boss as it goes through the lava pool phases longer. So as you saw in my video, if you did see the Ataraxion video, I burned down the boss to like maybe 20-15% by the time it hit phase 3 and the lava pool started coming out. So now we can't do that. We have to wait once it hits 50% or lower, and then wait for it to be targetable again and wait to actually do the mechanics mechanic of lava pools. This would obviously make the fight a lot harder in the last stages, since the lava pools are fairly large and they deal a lot of damage. Maybe they thought the boss was a little too easy at the last phase and they just want to make it a little bit harder. I kind of understand that, but they did nerf a little bit the yellow meteors and floating rocks in normal and season mode, so you won't be seeing as many in those difficulties. Weekly quests will now always reset at a set time every week on Thursday instead of 7 days after completion, meaning you can now stack your weeklies within a day or two if you want. Not every weekly is affected, it seems, but most are. I'll have a full list once we get the English version with the correct names and quests, but overall that's an amazing change as well. Having to wait for a certain day because you were just busy that week is kind of annoying, so now you know every Thursday there's going to be a reset for your weeklies. Good change. The main quests for Odalita Part 2 have been nerfed again, so now you will only need 150 Ahib in Thornwood Forest instead of having to defeat 300. So that's a good change for those trying to just burn through those Odalita quest lines and search for maybe 30k or something. Siege has gone through some amazing changes. Each individual will receive a victory reward of 3 billion silver. It's unclear if you get this as a pool of money divided into the roster of players, or it's something that you get individually. 3 billion silver for victories. That's huge. We're gonna have to wait for live servers to see how it gets handed out. Balanos and Serendia regions will no longer be available right now. It's going to be going through a revamp, so no sieges will be held there for a time. There is now an attack and defense limit to your stats when fighting in sieges. Currently, there are numbers that are going to be limited, but they said it could change. This is what they gave us. Essentially, what that means is there's going to be stat caps for sieges. What do you guys think about that? I'm sure some people are unhappy with that, but the reason they're doing that is because they're changing a lot about siege. So now mercenaries will now be limited to 10 per guild in these sieges. You can't just merc stack. The requirements to enter siege are now different. You just need to own any node. It doesn't mean that you need T3 or T4. T2 works, T1 works, it doesn't matter. If you win the siege, you can still fight in node wars for the week. And if you win the siege and say occupy Valencia, and you can still node war for the week, and you can still fight for a different region. So if you want to fight for Medaya, you can, but you also need to defend Valencia. If you win both, you can occupy both and continue on as long as you want. These are huge changes for the siege scene. Very welcome, but only for Korea right now, so don't get too excited. We still need the Node War revamp, which should be coming in August, so hopefully we get these changes to Siege along with the Node War revamp, but at least we know everything that people were asking for. It's basically been addressed by the developers. Amazing changes in my opinion. So Node War structures now receive AP and DP caps as well, so you can't just burn them down, but their defenses have decreased a little bit, in some cases a lot for tier 2 to compensate. Party Finder has gone through some UI changes as well to allow for more specific recruitment. There will also be chat messages that are sent to show people what content is needed and how many slots are available for that specific party. Hopefully more people use this feature now. It's very good. It's just underrated and basically never used. And lastly, we can now search our central market storage for items in case you have a ton of items in your central market storage. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you guys think about today's video in the comments or over on our community Discord. We're now public and accepting new members, so follow that link, react to the comments to get your member role, and say hello. If you want to support the videos I make in small donations, you can follow the Ko-fi link below and buy me a cup of coffee. I love coffee as much as I love bells, so every coffee you buy will be greatly appreciated and will of course come with some Discord perks. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload my next video. Remember, bell is good. As always, guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.